Translation. And give good tidings to those who believe and do righteous deeds, that they will have gardens in paradise beneath which rivers flow. Whenever they are provided with a provision of fruit therefrom, they will say, "This is what we were provided with before." And it is given to them in likeness. And they will have therein purified spouses, and they will abide therein eternally. Tafsir. Verse 24 spoke of the fire of hell which has been prepared to punish those who do not believe in the Holy Quran. The present verse announces the reward for those who believe. As for the fruits with which believers will be regaled in paradise, some commentators say that this concerns only the fruits of paradise, which would be alike in shape, but each time different in taste. Others say that these fruits would resemble the fruits of the earth in shape alone, but their taste would be totally different. Anyhow, the point is that the believers would have a kind of joy in paradise they had never known before, and that this joy would keep renewing itself at every moment. Thus, the fruits of paradise may share a common name with the fruits of the earth, but they will be of a different nature. 13. We must sound a note of caution here. Our modernists have for some time been quite fond of asserting that in speaking of the fruits of paradise and its other joys, the Holy Quran has employed only a metaphysical mode of expression in order to suggest spiritual bliss which, by its very nature, is intangible. We do not mean to rule out the possibility or the desirability of analogical or symbolical interpretations of the verses of the Holy Quran. In fact, many authentic Muslim scholars, particularly the Sufis, have made such attempts which have proved to be very illuminating in many ways. But no genuine Sufi has ever claimed that symbolical interpretation, itibā, is the same thing as exegesis, tafsir, or that his own interpretation was exclusively the only valid one. The purpose of analogical interpretation has always been to serve as an aid in spiritual realization or in the elaboration of metaphysical doctrines, and not to negate or oppose the regular mode of exegesis. What our modern exegetes overlook in their zeal and in their simplicity is the obvious fact that if a thing is being used as a metaphor or a symbol, it does not necessarily argue that it does not exist objectively. In allowing for symbolical interpretations, we must carefully remember that since the Holy Quran has spoken of the fruits of paradise and of similar things, they must have an objective existence, though not a physical one, in the current sense of the word, and even though we have no knowledge as to their nature and state, all of which we can safely leave to Allah Himself. That way lies security, for that is the straight path. The wives which the believers will have in paradise, will be clean externally and pure internally, that is to say, free from everything that is physically disgusting like excrement and menstruation, and from everything that is morally disgusting like bad temper or unfaithfulness. The joys of paradise will also be unlike the joys of the earth in that they will not be short-lived, nor will one have to be trembling with the fear of losing them, for the believers shall live in perpetual bliss forever. In giving these good tidings to those who believe, the Holy Quran adds another condition, that of good deeds, for without good deeds, one cannot deserve such good tidings on the merit of Iman faith, alone. Iman itself can, no doubt, save a man from being consigned to the fires of hell forever, and every Muslim, even if he is a great sinner, will finally be taken out of hell, once he has undergone a period of punishment. But no one can altogether escape the fires of hell unless he has been doing good deeds defined by the Shara. Al Bayan, Qurtubi.